Hey everybody, Omega Alden plays Civilization 6 New Frontier Pass continues with our Simon Bolivar of Gran Colombia playthrough, where we are down to one enemy state, that of Mongolia, the last to be discovered, the last to be conquered. We have some guys like on the edge of their territory, generals mainly because they could warp there. So we can start to try to take a look at what's going on. It might actually be faster for these guys to go up through the sea, but I'm gonna send them probably over the water. Maybe not. Maybe we should send everybody up through the ocean here. Let's see. I don't know. The game's kind of saying maybe not, so I might go ahead and just go across the water. Although the game cannot be trusted when it comes to pathfinding. Sometimes you gotta roll with your instincts there to get things done appropriately. Mumbai, I feel like you could do with the dam over here for no real reason other than it being available to you. Panama. Alright, let's go. Let's go get that arena, son. And a builder. A builder's also good. So here's one of the generals. We can have them kind of go take a peek. He can't see anything around here. All right, we found Choir. The town of Choir. It's a good find for us. I mean, we know where their territory is, and they can't have too much of it, so don't need to go too crazy with this whole scouting mission. It's just the preamble to the finale. That's all that's going on right there. We're trying to make sure we can spot whatever we can spot, and we'll figure out the best approach. And we are going to be, just a reminder, we're going to be conquering every one of Mongolia's cities prior to the capital, so that we can have proper world domination here. We're not looking to mess around when it comes to world domination. We are... I mean, I guess we're sort of messing around with world domination because we're leaving the city-states. But the city-states, for the most part, you know, I feel it's okay to leave them to do what they do. Most of them are pretty friendly to us at this point, which is great news for both us and them. We've got some aluminum right there. That's lovely. Looking forward to making use of that. Haciendas everywhere. Let's go, baby. A catastrophic eruption has occurred. One population lost in Bradford. But 4 tiles improved.
Has been mythologized, or we choose to go to the moon.
So I was looking at the science thing, and we're a number of techs away from robotics still. But if we have the chance to get robotics, I think one of our generals, if they are retired, could create one for us, I think, once we know how to do it. But I forget. I'm pretty sure we have that commandante sitting around. He's been providing us benefits all game. I'm pretty sure he might have been one of the first. One of the first and best to join us. Or I'm just hallucinating. That's also possible. Have you ever thought about that as a possibility? Because I have. I think about it far too often. What if this is all some crazy dream? Yeah, that's the pathfinding I'm used to. Tell me I can make it all the way over here and then stop just past Sydney. I did think it was kind of madness that you said you were going to be able to go this far, but can I say? Sometimes you just gotta have faith in what the game tells you, even when the game has repeatedly lied to you about what you can and cannot do. Some might say you should learn and stop doing that, and those people are geniuses. But I cannot give up on my friend Sid's pathfinding. I know Sid did not write this pathfinding. But still though, we won't give up on it. We will always choose to believe it will treat us well. And mostly it does. Mostly it does. And then when it doesn't, you know, usually it's not that big a deal. Usually it's something a little minor. We have a disagreement over whether the guy can path through a city past a friendly troop, and the game says, no, you can't do that, and I just go, okay. I guess I'm not doing that then. And that's pretty much the gist of it. That's how it goes. But you know, those moments, they don't usually amount to much. You're like, yeah, I'd rather it not happen. But at the end of the day, you're like, most of the time the pathfinding's pretty good. Seriously though, the pathfinding has improved a lot over the course of the lifespan of Civ 6. There were some really, really bad things that used to happen. You'd like it to be perfect. But, you know, this is the reality we live in. And it's not a bad one. I saw there was a +3/+3, and I just didn't feel like clicking it. My mind just said, go with this +2/+2. My mind's playing tricks on me is all. A mega colossal eruption. You genius of a mountain. Give me all those upgrades and destroy my population. Who's the brain genius that parked a city on a coast right next to a volcano that is incredibly active? The answer to that brain genius question is it was John Curtin that did that. Now, I'm not gonna say I haven't placed some cities near some volcanoes, but I'm not the one. Well, I guess I am the one who just had a volcano erupt next to it. But I didn't place it there to begin with, alright? It's not my fault. Somebody else's fault. John Curtin. How dare you put me in this predicament, John? I don't respect it. Dude, you know what I do respect? The answer, in case you were doubting it, was haciendas. I respect haciendas. If you didn't guess haciendas, I don't know which game you've been paying attention to. Because haciendas are definitely the bread and butter of the Gran Colombian infrastructure. We love them. Can't get enough of them, really. We also can't get enough soothsayers. I mean, I guess we can, because we've parked a couple of them just permanently. Because we don't need them around right now, unfortunately. They did their thing. They did what I wanted them to. What are we doing down here? We're placing a little Nazca line. Yeah. Nazca line I also have a deep respect for. Nazca lines and haciendas. Two pillars of a strong structure. We found another city here. Imagine that. All right, you guys. I mean, we've kind of scouted the region here. We've got you all over the place. Alexander. It looks like we can report to Quebec and send you west. Yeah, there's some stuff to repair around here. Also, as much as I hate to say it, this hacienda's gotta go. It's placed on top of aluminum. Can we have a hacienda mine, please? Can I just go ahead and get a custom improvement made, the hacienda mine? There's gotta be haciendas that have mines associated with them, right? There have to be. It'd be crazy not to. In situations exactly like this. You're like, we want these nice haciendas, but also we want to mine that aluminum. The two joined together perfectly. I was making a hand gesture there. The lights are on the camera, but there is no recording right here. The camera is purely for... It's purely for, Teams calls for work, pretty much. That's where it gets the majority of its play. And that's fine by me. Just make some of these advanced buildings. Queue them up, and then let's forget about it. We're done here. We're done fixing up some of these cities, you know? Unless we're dropping haciendas, in which case, you know, there's always time for more haciendas. Kumasi. I kind of expected to have more like, Mongolian territory near you. I guess we're going up and around. Oh, man, you love to see that, that Alpine training is still coming into play. Still providing us with those bennies to this day. It's a beautiful thing. Matterhorn. Matterhorn is the MVP of this game. Remember when the MVP of every game used to be the battering ram? I do. I remember those days. They were good days. You send a battering ram with a galley. Your ship breaks down the walls, and then you have a field day. It's a beautiful thing. I was surprised when they actually got around to nerfing the battering ram. It needed to be done, honestly. It needed to be done.
Dreams. Where?
But it lasted for so long. It was so powerful. So power. That, just kind of seemed like it was going to be baked in there forever. It turned out not to be the case. I should roll back, patches to the olden times and replay some hilariously broken things. Nah. There's too many good things that came out of all the balance changes. Even if I'm like, I don't, you know, I miss, you know, something hilarious about the olden days. There's so much good that came out of all these updates that I would not want to go backwards. We could try to finish Big Ben. We're not likely to get our friend, the Amundsen Scott. We're still making the mausoleum over here. That's great. All right, let's go to Big Ben. This game is a strange game. Once we start a new one, we'll get to see whether this is a chance encounter with AI where the AI kind of fumbled around and didn't do a whole lot, or if this is the way things are from this point on.
Sure, jets are fat.
We don't know. I've heard some of you mention as well, because I talked about it, that you think the AI has been acting strange. But yeah, I don't know for sure. I mean, reform the coinage, I think, is always good. We're not really sending we're keeping all of our trade routes internal because the only other option would be for us to send them to city-states. Let's just take Heartbeat of Steam. A heartbeat made of steam. That sounds very painful. It sounds like your insides would be burning. It's not how you want your heart to beat. That's not what it means, Omega. Don't call yourself Omega. That's how they refer to you. Oh. Alexander, what are you giving us? You giving us a writing? Can we please get our units over here to say hello to our new friend, Genghis? Leeds, London, Manchester. Look at all these beautiful Gran Colombian cities. Alright, man. You might actually go faster if you go this way and go through the water. That's the... I think that's the new path right here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. You might as well go as well. You can take this path though. We'll not send everyone on the same course, and you should definitely be over here near your friend, the balloon. Give me the coal. We haven't talked about how clean this coal is because we're not certain right now. We have to test it out first. Once we have it under control, then we can boast about how clean and wonderful it is. Let me ask you a question. Where is your capital? We're not going straight for the capital, by the way. We're going to conquer everything along the way. I've already mentioned this. But we have to get all our troops in place first. You know what doesn't belong here? Cattle. You know what does belong next to the Fountain of Youth? A hacienda. This much should be obvious to you now. There shouldn't be a question that you have any trouble answering. If the test is over that, you should get 100% on the test. That's all I have to say. I mean, it's not all I have to say. I'll continue to talk. But it is one of the things I'll say. Gustav! Get it, son. I know it's not the tower you wanted to build. But it is... I mean, it's similar in stature, right? It's maybe not as large. But it's kind of the right shape. That's got to count for something. Oh, it doesn't, you say? Well, that's unfortunate. Get out of here, Hacienda. I'm sorry to say, but you gotta go. There's aluminum to be had. Ban the production of buildings of this type. There will be no banning. There will be cheaper coal power if I have anything to say about it. This government gains a wild card policy. That's obviously fascism. And then, I know he's gonna vote against me, so I'm just, wait, no, he won't vote against me at this point. He'll probably vote for himself. So I'll vote here. The World's Fair. Let's get it going, brother. Me and you make up the World's Fair. Yeah, cheaper coal. Clean coal getting out there. Putting in work. Classical Republic. Are you out of your mind, sir? And he gained 2 diplomatic victory points. That's
one day there will be no
not
borders.
too surprising.
No
Have you considered the fact that I am destroying you, sir? Give me 5% science for every Susie we have, at the cost of some builder charges. What does that put us up to? 914. Dude, the haunting of my computer continued as before. Oh wait, you need that coal power, brother. Before this recording, I was trying to check my my volume settings and whatnot. The sound panel just wouldn't even open. I have no idea. I think I'm riddled with curse right now. Just oozing head to toe in curse of a computer variety. Everything technical around me this week is just being problematic. It might be a techno curse then. Whatever it is, I'm riddled with it. And I don't appreciate that. But, you know, that's okay. Reina, you can join us. You can go hang out in what was India. And is now just another beautiful part of Gran Colombia. Alright, so this is a city that is size 2. So we can bring these two in here and probably just decimate this real quick. I need you guys to get ready to just start barging in here. He does have cavalry. He also gets bonuses against cavalry, so you have to retain that in your old noodle. Keep that one ever present. This observation balloon is not gonna have a very good time getting across here. That's the truth of the matter right now. I'm bringing you this way. You can go this way as well. Not everybody goes through the sea, and the people that choose not to go through the sea have made mistakes. Mistakes were made. Because look at how obviously faster this is for all these guys. Almost as if it's the superior route. Can't be certain, though. The jury's still out on pathing. Let's repair these. Oh, look at the farmland. It's almost perfected here. We just need to repair a little more of it. Oh yeah, nothing says seaside resort like super active volcano. Yes. Looking good, my friend. Nothing says seaside report like that. The safety of natural disaster surrounds us. Fountain of Youth. Dude, the Fountain of Youth is out of our city's range. They can't even use it. How horrifying. I don't want to live in this world where we don't get to work the Fountain of Youth. Alright. Come hang up down here, sir. Everything will be fine in time. Alright, we're gonna get this silver. We have tons of silver in our empire, so I don't know why I care too much about it. Gustav, he's done it!
Don't watch the big clock. Do what it does.
Gustav Eiffel, known architect of Big Ben. See, it's the same. Big Ben, Eiffel Tower, they're identical. Close enough. It's not. Look at that. That's basically an Eiffel Tower. If I've ever seen one. A free economic policy. Don't mind if I do. Let's move this up here, and then maybe we'll decide on something else for this final slot. What if we bring back an oligarchic legacy that has helped us throughout generations? What about that? What would you say about that? You start strong with an oligarchy, you end strong with the legacy that oligarchy provided you. Excuse me, soothsayer. Let's approach. The soothsayer thing kind of looks like Darth Vader's helmet to me. Let me go back and look at it. Genghis Khan.
If it weren't for electricity...
We're trying to look at the icon for the soothsayer. Dude, that's totally Darth Vader's helmet, right? Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Don't you dare attack Kumasi. Or are you... You've levied troops from them. You genius. Can I steal Kumasi from you? Or... We have a governor point. We only have one, though. We're not going to get down to doubling our stuff there. I really wanted to steal it from him. To twist the knife. But, it isn't meant to be. Oh no, it's not meant to be. Which is unfortunate. But it is. As they say, what it is. You get Orzagaz. Alright, man. Let's do this. This is what we call your classic colonial war. Alright, and one thing as we start this war, the other war we have to continue is a war on false religions. So I don't know if you are capable of helping us here with an Inquisitor. You are? So let's start moving to the east and fixing some of this that it's just plagued us for generations. All right, you guys are good. You guys could use some love up here. You could use... I don't know where my nearest holy site is. I guess it may just be like you guys. So let me go ahead and... We're sending some missionaries up there. We might even send... Nah, we're not sending an apostle. We'll send some missionaries up there to put in the good word into these cities up here that belong... They belong to Two Bacon, they just don't realize it yet. Okay, we've got Tung Liu, Karakota. These are not the capitals, and therefore we're okay with taking them. Where could we park our artillery? So they have extra range, but it seems like we're gonna have to put them in range of the districts, unless we came across up top. That might work. Because they could attack from here and be attacked at the same time. I think we do that, though. I think we might try to choose this lifestyle. Can you get over here? Can you make it to us? Okay, we're missing a regular style general from the mix. One's up here. But that's okay. Make sure this general is in range, and then shabam. Alright, we're keeping the city. I know we're gonna have loyalty concerns. That's never been a question. We were very aware of the circumstances. But you know what? We're willing to give it a shot up here. Do we want, like, a boat? What if we had a boat? You can't buy a boat with faith. Faith does not build aquatic vessels. Which is a shame. Alright, let's get a battleship involved. I don't honestly think it's gonna be too vital to the cause. Also, there's no point in getting our artillery to here. We would have to put them right on this tile because we're not gonna get the bonus range until the Who do we want to take out first? Let's take out the coastal city up here to give us some breathing room. We need this observation balloon to make it up to us, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, you guys protect the artillery. And yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a rough storming of the area. Potentially. We have a major advantage over most of these troops, as you can see. Just from our soothsayer and generals. But they have a lot of troops. So this is not going to be... It's not going to be a walk in the park, potentially. It might be like a brisk run more than a walk in the park. You know, exhilarating. Get your heart rate pumping. That's more like what it's gonna be, I feel like. I want you to join us. I'm gonna put you here for now, and if they come send you back to a city, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna rebase you. Let me put you over here in choir. The rebasing has begun. I don't know how long this conquering is gonna go. It brings into question the length of this episode, and perhaps maybe there should be another episode. This is always the awkward moment where you're like, how many... It took us a little while to get in here. We're gonna conquer it all. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is probably gonna take us about half an hour to complete. So I'm gonna wrap this bad boy up right here. We're heading in. We're heading in strong. You know what? We'll give him one turn to... Nah. I'm gonna say I want to see how he attacks us here, but I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the end of the day in a devastated fashion if he comes through and crushes my my forces. We'll leave that for tomorrow. That's a wound that tomorrow's Alden can take, but maybe today's Alden cannot. All right. Well, we're getting 865 science per turn. He's at 134. We're getting 834 culture per turn. He's at 162. Score-wise, we're up to 2495. He's at 669. And yeah, so the final assault. The final assault begins here and now and ends tomorrow. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Like the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.